has created. He has been researching on brain development processes of babies for the last 55 years. And he has created some path-breaking technologies to teach babies. What you saw here was just a demonstration of those, a very little demonstration of those technologies. What the teacher was showing were different cards from different sets. Each of them is a different set. Musical instrument is a different set. She showed only piano out of that. Flags, there is a different set of 50-60 flags. Mammals, there is a different set. Explorers, there is a different set. World leaders, there is a different set. So they know all those sets. What they have demonstrated is just one of those. It's amazing how much you can teach young babies and how well they will learn. By the time they leave the school in PP2 from here to the primary schools, most of them would know about 60-70 countries' flags, which you and I would probably not know the names also, some of those countries. There was a demonstration in Marpoli the other day, and the child was showing the flag. They showed a flag and the child said Congo. They showed a flag and the child said Trinidad. Now, those countries, very rarely do we hear the names of those countries also. But by the time they finish PP2, these children should know not only the flags, they should know the monuments, important monuments of those countries. They should know the landmarks. They should know the type of governance that the country has, the religion that the country follows, if it's a theocratic state or a democratic governance. They will know much more about the world around them as compared to any other ordinary PP2 child. That's the specialization of this methodology. So when we chose this methodology, the next target was to name this school. I chose the name Kaushalya mainly firstly because it is my mother's name, so as a mark of reverence to her I chose this name. And more importantly because this word means something very deep. There's a very famous statement in the Gita, Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. The literal translation of this statement means a man anchored in yoga, a person anchored in yoga can create the highest possible performance. Kaushalam is expertise in performance. One who is anchored in yoga can create the highest possible performance. Whether it is a Ravi Shankar playing the sitar at the height of its ecstasy, or it is a Sachin Tendulkar playing the innings of 98 in the World Cup, or it's Roger Federer beating Nadal in the epic Wimbledon finals. Whenever you're talking of a peak performance, it's always the result of a different force flowing through you. You rise above the normal level humanity exists at. And that rising above is possible when your brain is fully developed. See, every child is born with abilities. All human beings are born with abilities. Highest performance comes when you convert abilities into skills. And there are two different words. For example, seeing is an ability, but observation is a skill. You all saw the plane, but the child saw the Boeing 747. To differentiate the Boeing 747 from the Boeing 737 and from the Airbus 300 or 320, now that is observation. You require brain to be used when you have to observe something carefully. Seeing, everybody can see. Are you getting what I'm saying? Hearing is an ability. Listening is a skill. Hearing is only hearing the sound. Listening is understanding the meaning of those sounds. And that is possible when you use the brain. Speaking is an ability. Communication is a skill. Speaking, everybody can speak. Everybody can make sounds. But to ensure that the other person understands what you are trying to communicate, that is communication. And for that you need to choose the right word. You need to choose the right tonality, right body language to make sure that the other person understands. That is communication, and communication is a skill. Speaking is only an ability. Reading is an ability. Comprehending what is written is a skill. For that you need to use brain. So for abilities to be converted into skills, brain has to be developed. That's the primary point I'm trying to make. And Glendoman method is a method of developing the brain of the babies. In the first 6 years, 90% of the brain is developed in children. When a child is born, 11% of the body weight is the brain's weight. In you and I, 2.5% of our body weight is the brain weight. Body development continues throughout life. Brain development practically stops at 6 years of age. So what you do with the children in the first 6 years can make the difference in their lives in a great way. Because all of them are hidden potential geniuses. To liberate their genius is what is creating Kaushalya in them, is creating expertise in them, is creating excellence in them. And that's the purpose of starting this institution. And the purpose doesn't end just there. purpose extends not just to create a genius out of a child, the purpose of this institution extends to create a happy family for the child. Because we may do something here with the child in 2.5 hours, that the child is in the school. Very easily a parent can undo that in 10 minutes at home, if you don't know how to raise that child. It can be undone in just 10 minutes at home. So it's not just enough if you teach the child at the school of how a good child should be. It's more important to teach the parent how a good parent should be. Because those 6 years when the brain of the child is forming, what parents do at home is also education. Please don't think parenting is only providing clothes, providing food, providing a good school, paying the fees. That's only a very small, minuscule part of parenting. Parenting is much, much more beyond this. Every word that you speak, every expression that you show on your face, every action that you take in your life, the way you handle your emotions, the way you handle your relationships, the way you carry yourself, the way you perform as a human being at home, all that is parenting, because the child is observing every one of your expressions. The child is listening to every one of your words. The child is seeing every relationship that you are handling in your life. All that is parenting. So it's even more important that we take care of those 20 hours that the child is spending at home, not just the 3 hours that the child spends here. Because only then real genius can be liberated in the children. So therefore we have the parenting program. Unfortunately, we don't understand this very important part of schooling. Please understand, I don't mean to offend your dignity, or I don't mean to offend your sense of self-worth when I say that a parent is the most ignorant of the creatures on earth. A parent, not just any human being, a parent is the most ignorant of the creatures on earth. Simply because of two important reasons. First reason is, child is the only product that comes onto this earth without an instruction manual. There is no how to use guide. It doesn't tell you, it doesn't come with a guide, how to raise the children. It comes just like that. And therefore there is no way a parent can know what to do with the child that you have created. Second and even more important reason is, please understand that when a child is born, exactly at the same moment a mother is born. Exactly at the same moment a father is born. That may be the first moment for the child on earth in this world. That's also the first moment for this woman as a mother. This is also the first moment for this man as a father. So as ignorant as the child is about what to do about its own life, equally ignorant is the parent about what to do as a mother and what to do as a father. Therefore it's very, very important to know what good parenting is, to take care of those 20 hours at home. Unfortunately, I don't find too much time to take parenting classes. Only once in a year I could do last year, twice a year I did the year before that, and this year maybe once or twice I may be able to do this. It's very important to know how you handle your life is a very, very big part of parenting. If you don't take care of that, if you don't make the four walls of your house into a home, if you don't handle yourself properly as a human being, you are not going to be able to raise good children. And whatever good work is done here in the school, it may make the children knowledgeable, it won't make them good human beings. That is in your hands. Therefore, I strongly urge all of you to please be a part of those parenting workshops that we do. Whenever I find time, I keep traveling all over the world for my classes, for my training. 20 days in a month, 22 days in a month, and I'm traveling. MNCs pay me a lakh of rupees a day to do those programs. And I offer all that here free of cost, just because I love my children, I love them to have good homes, happy homes, to become better human beings. So please be a part of those workshops. That will help you immensely, not just in raising children, but also in handling your homes much better. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. That was a very inspiring speech. And now we shall have the vote of thanks.